Namaste, Adab, Sat Sri Akal. CS Sankalp Kanstiya is back with you with episode number 12 case scenarios question number 5 and 6. तो क्या आप कुछ नया सीखने के लिए तैयार हैं? तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं. आज करने वाले हैं अपन लोग दो क्वेश्चन. दोनों सिंपल है, मैनेजेबल है. One is from the lean system and innovation, the concept of 5S. So that is what question 5 speaks of. And question number 6, question number 10, sorry. So question number 9 and 10 we are going to do. Question number 9 speaks of 5S and question number 10 speaks of your TQM and TPM. So both the concepts from the chapter Lean System and Innovation, chapter number 3. Are you ready to start? Then let's get rolling. Okay. Also do subscribe to our Telegram channels and Instagram channel. See, off late on my Instagram channel, we are running a lot of quizzes and contests. So what you can do is you can be a part of it, win freebies and win prizes and win takeaways. What say? So CS Sankalp Kanstiya is what you type on Instagram and there you are connected with me. So a lot of fun stuff's coming your way. Do stay connected. All right, now let's start with our Q&A session. Case scenario question number 9. Let's start. Okay, let's start with our question number 9. Toys Limited is the name of the question and it is based on the concept of 5S. Let's come here. So Toys Limited. Now let me give you a small story about what exactly this question is. So Toys Limited is obviously, as you can see, manufacturer of toys and games. Do you know one of the toy manufacturing company taken over by Mukesh Ambani, Reliance Industries, few years back? Can you give an answer? Please answer it in the comment below. Do you have that general knowledge? Mukesh Ambani backed Reliance, took over one of world's famous, took a stake in world's famous toy manufacturing company. Please write it down in the comments. Pause the video and write it down in the comments. I'm waiting for it. Yes, it is Hamleys. So Hamleys is one of a brilliant toy manufacturing company. Do visit Hamleys store if you have it nearby your place. In Mumbai we have it. So you've seen. So here is a company like Hamley which is adopting nowadays. The toys are so technologically oriented, all of us know. So it is adopting a STEM technique while manufacturing. What is STEM? Science, a combination of science, technology, engineering and mathematics. See, now the education industry is going to change at a big pace. And these are the 4 things where focus is going to be. What is it? Science, technology. All of us know how important today technology is, engineering, and at the same time mathematics. So they are making toys based on this fundamental STEM. And see, even if you visit a school today, they will also tell you that our curriculum is based on STEM thought process of thinking. Now these Toys Limited makes STEM oriented products, but they are DIY products. What is DIY? DIY means do it yourself. Do it yourself. So have you seen puzzles? So in that puzzles, there are a lot of blocks which are there, which are called as elements. And those elements have to be joined by ourselves and then the puzzle is complete. Or at times, suppose if you want to play with a toy, but the toy is not assembled. The toy is bikhra hua hai. So toy is, what do you call, whatever it is. So toy is not intact. So toy has a lot of elements. So what you have to do it yourself. First you have to join the toy based on the instruction manual given by them. And then you can play with the toy. I'll show you an example here. Yes, see this here. This is like a board game of making world maps and India's map. So what they have done is they have a charcoal. So they have made the whole world map and then they made the puzzles. So then you can join the puzzles, make the map, make the flags and then play accordingly. So this is what DIY, do it yourself, means. So this company Toys Limited is basically selling DIY type of games, wherein suppose if you buy from Toys Limited, a box will come to you which will be in a disparate condition. You have to join all the elements. There will be a lot of elements which are there. Join all the elements and then your toy is complete. Like the puzzles thing which we've done in our childhood. Alright? Okay. 250 to 350 elements are there. See here, 250 to 350 elements are there. 250 to 350 elements are there with instruction booklet and video support. So instruction booklet is okay, but nowadays technology, so you will also get a video support for your stuff. Recent development, so what they are doing is, for their customer support division, from their customer support division, they've got two reviews. One is a positive review which we are happy about, and the other is a negative review, and for this negative review the whole sum is made. What is the negative review? The negative review is that the customer complaints have come for missing elements. Oh gosh. Now suppose if you have to make a toy, suppose if you have to make a puzzle, okay, you've seen the puzzles, and I'll show you an example. Suppose if there are a puzzle, so suppose if we have to make this puzzle, thank you for my fantastic drawing. Please rate my drawing on a scale of 1 to 100, 100 being the best. Yeah, suppose now this is a puzzle. Now if we join the puzzle, we'll get the complete toy. At times what happens is they send the box of this puzzle, but one of the elements is missing. Oh gosh, one of the elements is missing, or maybe two elements are missing. Now this infuriates the customer. He feels that, arey yaar, I was almost there, but this block is missing. Then to call them, then they will send that remaining puzzle. It's a big waste of time for the customer, and they are getting a lot of customer complaints as regards that. So that is the problem that they are facing, for which they are planning to hire a management accountant like you and me, who will manage it for them. But there is also a positive thing that they've got from the customer support division. The positive thing is that the concept of the element and the quality of elements is fantastic. So if I say here that yes, one of the pieces is missing, but once this piece is complete, they realize that overall this whole puzzle or the game or the toy looks brilliant. So that's a thumbs up for them, that quality wise they are doing good. Only thing that they need to improve now is that these missing elements should not create a issue. Are we understanding, guys? Yes, Hamleys Toys Limited Company into STEM. STEM is a very common word now going to be used, so you should know all of these terms. STEM is science, technology, engineering, mathematics, a combination of all of this. They are making do-it-yourself kits based on the fundamental concept of STEM. 250 to 350 elements are there in one game box, toy box that you get with instruction booklet and video support. What is the recent development? The recent development is that customer support division is saying that, sir, a lot of times the elements are missing. That is creating an issue. Customers are complaining. But the positive part is, overall, the feedback as regards the quality of the elements, bingo. But if it is missing, then that's the whole issue. No problem. They also have a R&D team, research and development team. What does this research and development team do? Identify new learning techniques, because today's generation needs things very fast and their thought process is very advanced. Second, they want new games and they also want to upgrade the existing games. So for all of that, you need a research and development team. Everything cannot go automatically, right? Current system, games are sold online, delivered from Bangalore with minimum inventory. So currently they have a central warehouse which is located in Bangalore. So from Bangalore all the toys are dispatched and they have a system of minimum inventory. So when they get the order, that is when they will do the manufacturing and send it to the customer as required. Manufacturing facility. Now, this is an issue I feel. Manufacturing facility is 50 kilometers from central warehouse, and the production is based on demand. Also, this company has a central quality officer which ensures that the quality, see, quality wise, the response is positive. So, quality wise, he'll take care of that. But as regards manufacturing facility is concerned, it is far off from the central warehouse which is in Bangalore. All right. So now this is how the whole thing is based up. The company is planning to implement 5S. The company is planning to implement 5S. Are we clear with the whole question now? Yes, everybody. So Toys Limited sells toys which are do it yourself, 250 to 350 elements. Positive that the content is good. The quality of the game is good, element is good, but the negative part, at times the elements are missing. Some more idea of this Toys Limited company is that they have their own R&D department wherein they identify new learning techniques, upgrade the existing games, provide new games, all of that. Games are sold online and where it is dispatched from a central warehouse which they have located in Bangalore. Correct, with minimum inventory, which is again good, that probably they are using a just-in-time technique. They have a manufacturing facility which is around 50 kilometers from their central warehouse. They also have a central quality officer to ensure that the goods and products which are being provided are of best quality. Samjigudu. Now this company is planning to invest or implement 5S. As I told you, see, majority this company looks good. Just some things here and there, but they need a chartered accountant, a management accountant, and we will step in. Now what we will do is we will immediately read ICAI's question also, so that you realize that, see how I made a summary. See, this summary, making of this summary takes a lot of time. For you, you can directly view it here, but for me it was a very time consuming process. Why? Because first I had to read the question, then make the summary. So giving you all time so that you can take the maximum out of it. Alrighty, chalo, let's now read the questioner from the horse's mouth, which is ICAI. Toys Limited manufactures toys and games for the children in the age group of 6 to 14 years. They have recently shifted to STEM, that is science, technology, engineering and mathematics learning approach. The major games under this category is do it yourself, which is DIY. Each kit is designed with a specific learning objective. This kit comprises of all the elements which are essential to build the specific project. The number of elements in a kit range from 200 to 350 elements. That's what we discussed. There is an instruction booklet in the kit. Also, they can use the video support. All right, are we clear with the first paragraph? So all of your first paragraph is also listed here in the form of a short summary. Gotcha? Okay, continuing. In the last 2 months, the customer support division has reported a major increase in customer complaints. A critical study revealed that major complaints were under the category of missing elements in the kits. Further study revealed that most of these complaints were for the products which had some common elements in the kits. On the other hand, the customer feedback and reviews have been very positive as regards the quality of elements. So same paragraph has a positive, which is quality of elements, and a negative, which is missing elements. Since innovation is the core competency for this game industry, company has dedicated R&D development, which is into new learning technique, new games, upgradation of existing games. Subjugative. Okay. Under the current system, games are sold online. Final product is delivered from central warehouse located in Bangalore. Company holds a minimum inventory of the games. Are we able to recollect everything, guys? Yes. Are we able to recollect everything? Samjigudu. Okay. The manufacturing facility is located in the industrial area, which is around 50 kilometers from the central warehouse. A little distant. Production plan is based on demand as per instructions from the central warehouse. So where does the whole online order come to? It comes to central warehouse. This central warehouse will give the order to the manufacturing facility situated 50 kilometers away. The chief quality officer is responsible for the quality of the product, right from procurement of the raw material till the final product is delivered to the customer. So there is a chief quality officer responsible for all of that. The CEO has called a meeting of the heads of the departments and suggested them to implement lean system and integrate with the innovation in the organization. After a series of brainstorming sessions, you remember brainstorming, quality circle, okay, they have agreed to implement 5S lean system, advice on the same to Toys Limited. So I hope we are clear that this whole system or the summary is sufficient enough for you to be able to manage the question and answer it. Giving you all 2 minutes to just read the question or probably go through the summary, and then we will start with the solution. Come on, everyone. Okay then, so let's start with the solution. So the requirement part of the question tells us that, sir, please advise on implementation of 5S in Toys Limited. Now what exactly is this 5S methodology? 5S is a simple Japanese technique for workplace management and organizations. Let me tell you a live or a practical example which happened with me. When I was working in JP Morgan, I was given a cubicle, a small cubicle. So that's what will happen to you also when you become a chartered and then you join a big four or any place that you join. So you will be given a cubicle. Now, a person like me who is as such very careless, let me admit it, I am a probably one of the most careless person on this earth that you are going to meet is in front of you. So as such, I'm very careless. My files are here and there. Even in my laptop, things are not that well managed as it should be. And my mom, from the time I remember I was in school, from that till now, she scolds me even after I am a married person. So now to there is a double dhamaka. Mummy also scolds, and at the same time my wife is also there to make a point of it. So what happens is my things are very mismanaged. So at times, because of this mismanagement of stuff, I forget to take things. Then things get lost, or even if I get it, I get it after a long time. Things are not arranged in a proper manner. So my mom always keeps on scolding me. Even in my video lectures, I've told students to tell me through their WhatsApp or through the comments that whether you also get a scolding for not managing and arranging things in a proper manner. Tell me genuinely in the comment section. Tell me, even you get scolded? So yes, if yes, then do let me know. I'll feel at home. Chalo, somebody is there with me. So I always get scolded for mismanagement of things. I don't remember where I've kept what stuff. And at times, if I have to go early, then I will say, chalo, 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 jaldi, late ho raha hai mere ko. I want this, I want that. And then they scold me that first of all, you don't keep things at the proper place. And then when you have to leave, you get angry on us. Huh? What is this attitude? Is what they tell. So that's where I realized that okay, managing of things is very important. This is the same thing which happened with me when I joined JP Morgan. So in my cubicle, we had files and we had, physical files. At the same time, I had my own laptop. So files were stored there. Again, there also things were in a messy manner. When my boss used to call me and tell me that, come on, Sankalp, bring this file, we'll discuss. Half of my time went into finding where it is kept, even in my laptop or even my physical file. Correct. So this happens with you also or not? Tell me. See, I'm being so transparent and genuine. Please, no, you also share so that I'll feel good if you are like that. Or if you are not like that, then tell me that, sir, I am very particular about things. I do not misappropriate things, so on and so forth. See, what this does is it wastes a lot of time. At times, things get lost. At times, some important things which are required, you don't get at the right time. So obviously this should not happen, and this is what has happened with our client Toys Limited. Toys Limited is also missing out on elements. Why? Because its workstation is not planned up properly. So the first job of 5S is, so when I explained this concept of 5S to my mom, she, I had given some paper to her. She threw it on my face and told me, good, apply. We are applying it for our whole of our lives. Why don't you use some of it? So what are those things that we learn from, or that we understand from 5S? One is sort, set in order, shine, standardize, sustain. So major problem. Now let's come to the question in place. So first we'll see what is the issue, then we'll see what is 5S, and then how practically everything can be applied to our Toys Limited. So the first major issue is missing elements in the kits. As a result, what happens is that the customer is dissatisfied. So can I say it is a clear case of related to workplace organization? Quality of elements is a positive feedback. Agreed that your work is good, but if you are not able to present it on time, or if elements are missing, then end of the day, what's the use? Correct. So therefore we need to implement the concept of 5S. We need to implement the concept of 5S. Now with 5S, what happens is it tells us how workplace should be organized for efficiency and effectiveness. See, because my workplace was not organized properly in office, my boss always used to scold me, Sankalp, you are very inefficient, you are very ineffective, even in my article shape. So that's how I am. So I will now apply 5S. Okay. Identify the storing items used. So what are you storing where? Everything has to be labeled up, kept in a proper manner. Maintain the area of where the items are kept, and then ensure that you are sustaining it. So during Diwali, my mom used to catch hold of my ear, and she used to make me sit for hours and hours. And then she told me that please clean your cupboard, clean all the things. Your books should be kept in a systematic manner, your clothes should be kept in a systematic manner. I used to do all of that. Then after 10 days, again when she entered and when she saw my cupboard and all, then she realized nothing can happen of this boy. God knows what will happen. Till now, she feels that. Anyways, so that's how it is. Now, 5S will solve all your problems. Ting, ting, ding. So please implement 5S in your life. What is 5S? Sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. What is sort? Sort out stuff. So for me, I'll quickly give you examples that I applied. So I sorted out things. My jeans at one place, my formal pants at one place, my casual t-shirts at one place, my formal shirts at one place. So all of that is now properly arranged. Say if my cupboard is there of the books, so say costing books all at same place, RTP, MTB, author book, all of that, say direct tax all at one place. So what happens is things are being sorted, right? Then set in order, so then arrange it in the best manner possible. So say for example, first I'm going to start with FR, so the first book should be FR, then second SFM, third audit. So I am setting things in order. Or say for example, Monday to Friday I'm going to wear formals, so arrange your wardrobe in such a way that first 4 5 are your formals, then comes your casual for Friday Saturday. Are you understanding? So setting things in order. Then is shine, keep those areas clean, correct? So ensure that you are a cleanliness freak, and everyday basis just give 5 to 8 minutes for cleanliness. And also when you are cleaning stuff, you will automatically use sort and set in order, and things will be kept tidy, correct? Then there is standardize, that okay, now you should know that fair enough. So if I purchase a new pant, where it is to be kept, if I am purchasing a new book, where it is to be kept. So things are standardized. And then sustain, should not be like me, that after Diwali cleanliness is done, 5 days later you come and everything is in a mess. This is how I was. No more now. Now I've become very sorted and very organized in my life, especially after marriage. What can I say? You come to my office someday, or you come to my home someday, you'll find out that genuinely I am now very much tidy and keep things clean. Okay, so please come and then watch out. See, if I'm criticizing myself, there are some positive things also for me. Chalo. So this is 5S: sort, set in order, shine, standardize, sustain, used for how workplace should be organized for efficiency and effectiveness. Again, I'm telling you, if your workplace is not organized, I swear, based on my practical experience, I'm telling you, you will waste your unnecessary time in which you could have added a good value to it. Identify the storing items that I used, where things are stored. Everybody should know, and maintain the area items and sustain the new order. So this is how you have to work up. Are we clear, everybody? Now let's link this with our Toys Limited. So first is sort. Identify the necessary items. That is very, very important. Elements, this is the most important thing, because the whole process of IS we are doing for those missing elements. So identify which are the necessary elements of the kit, and remove unwanted items and put a red flag. Have this habit. So see, in your desk or in your factory or in your office area or in your home, there would be stuffs which are required, and along with that there would be stuffs which are not required. Try to sort them: wanted or required, unwanted or not required. And those who are not required, just put a red flag on them, so that you come to know, okay, this is not required, and you may probably dispose it off. Because what happens is, visually, when wanted and unwanted things both are kept together, you will never be able to identify what exactly you want. But if that is sorted, then things become smoother. So is the case with Toys Limited. First, find out what are the elements actually required, wanted elements, and then the non-wanted, unwanted elements should be kept aside. Gotcha? Okay. Second is set in order. Elements of the kit to be placed at properly allocated space for the kit. There is, in a factory, there are specific areas where everything has to be kept. I cannot keep my books where I am keeping my clothes. I cannot keep my clothes where I am keeping my, say, cricket bat or something. Everything has a proper area. Set things in order. Elements of the kit also have to be kept where the allocated space is there for the kit. Assign fixed places and fixed quantity of elements. Also, it should not happen that a particular cupboard has a space of 100 elements, but you fill in 200 elements there. I have this habit. If the space is there for 5 clothes and I don't have time or I'm lazy, then in that case, instead of 5, I put there 8 clothes. Then again, you go back to the normal, doesn't work. So find out what is the right quantity, assign fixed places, keep them there. Right, so sort, set in order. Then comes your shine. As I said, everything, your workplace, everything has to be kept clean. Ensure that things like scissor or knife should not be kept. Your workplace environment is secure. So shine. Mismanaged and untidy workplace, keep workspace clean on regular basis. Right, focus on keeping tools and equipment clean and in tip top condition. Are we understanding? Then comes your standardize. Focus on maintaining high standards through orderliness, quality, quantity. All of this has to be standardized. What is a prime example of standardized? Say for example, you are purchasing some eatable product. Then in that eatable product, you would have seen a sign like this. Whenever you see this sign, what is it that goes in your mind? This is vegetarian. Whenever you see this sign, what goes into your mind? This is red one is non-vegetarian. So things have been standardized. You should know what is kept where, and automatically if any particular product related to that is bought, standardized things are kept and you have to follow that standard. Identify the state of normal or abnormal conditions, place photos on walls, visual reminder, all of that can be done. So there are various ways in which you can standardize your process and things will work fine. And last is sustain. This is the most important thing. See, even in studies, you start studying, you will study with full focus 3 days, 4 days. Fifth day you will feel tired and you will feel, no, I'm not going to study, and then that continues. So you have to be disciplined and you have to sustain discipline. That is what differentiates the doers and the non-doers, the go-getters and the non-getters. Sustain the set standards and processes. Establish responsibility amongst team leaders and members, and also do a periodic audit and review. So whatever standards have been set in point number 4, please follow that. Responsibility has to be given to team members, leaders and all, and periodically you have to check. Like my mother comes every 7 days, she'll come and check whether things have been kept properly or not. Conclusion: proper implementation will strengthen the packaging of kits and ensure zero missing elements, and that's what we want. Done. So I told you it's a fairly simple case study and it will become very easy to manage. Chalo, let's see what ICAI has to say for the same. Obviously on similar lines only. We'll just go through it quickly so that this question done and dusted. I hope we are clear. So the current problem emphasizes on missing elements in the kits as one of the major reason of customer dissatisfaction. This highlights that there are issues related to workplace organization. The positive feedback relating to quality of elements reflects that production related process is robust. Considering the above two factors, Toys Limited is required to maintain high quality work environment. See here, high quality work environment has to be maintained. Therefore, 5S concept should be used. 5S explains how a workplace should be organized for efficiency, effectiveness by identifying and storing the items used, maintaining the area items and sustaining the new order. Yes, all of that is what we've written here, and I hope we are clear. Gotcha? Okay. Sort. This will focus on identifying necessary elements of the kit, remove the unwanted items, and ensure that all elements of a particular kit are available. The unwanted items can be provided with red flag so that they can be removed at the earliest. So see, now we've understood it. We've written it in our own language here. Correct? We've written it in our own language here. Now what I'm doing is just reconnecting things so that it is settled in our head. Continuing. Set in order all the elements of the kit, where it has to be allocated, where it has to be kept, in what quantity, what is the location, who is the person responsible for that, all of that set in order. Ensure that elements of the kits are placed at properly allocated spaces. It will help in assigning fixed spaces, fixed quantity of elements at each space. Again, I'm telling you, quantity of elements is equally important. If a place has only 5 clothes space, then put only 5 there. Gotcha. It is always recommended to have it compact so that it becomes easy to access. Absolutely agreed. One of the reasons why element might be missing would be mismanaged and untidy workplace. Shine aspect of 5S focuses on the workplace clean on regular basis and ensuring it is easy to work at the particular workplace. So these are general points. These are general points of 5S. So 2, 3 general points, 1, 2 connecting to the question, and we are through. That's how the approach should be. It focuses on keeping tools and equipment clean, in top condition, ready to use whenever required. Then is your standardize. The best practice of the work area are to be standardized. The focus is on maintaining high standards through orderliness and as per the required quality and quantity. This includes steps which make it easy for everyone to identify the state of normal or abnormal conditions, which can be achieved by placing photos on the wall. So we have to check, is there any place wherein there is some abnormality, correct, or everything is going as per the norms. So that is what is to be checked. Place photo on the wall. So in the cubicle we had this soft board, so we stuck something on the board which we wanted to remind ourselves of, that okay, this file is kept here, this file is kept here, so that automatically if somebody comes, then they know that okay, this file is to be kept in box number 4. Got it? See, these medical people have this system. If you visit a medical shop, they have a lot of drawers. What they have done is they have done the 5S technology they have used, and they have made the drawers with alphabets. So say for example, I want a crocin. So crocin starts with C. So they will have a drawer wherein they have written C. So they will automatically know, okay, crocin starts with C. In the C drawer, they will open it. CR. So accordingly, they have made it. Then in that crocin also paracetamol. So that drawer will open that way. Okay. So visual reminders are there. Sustain. For a long-term success, it is important to sustain the set standards and processes. This involves establishing and maintaining responsibilities among the team members and leaders. Ensure that everybody follows the rules and becomes a part of your work habit. There should be periodic audit and review of the process for early identification of any issues. Considering the above aspect, 5S is very useful lean management system, and its proper implementation will strengthen the way kits are being packed and ensure that the issue of missing elements can be brought down significantly. Hey, subjugadu. Chalo, are we clear, everybody? You want to write this? Take 2 minutes and write it down. See, the reason I am not giving a printed copy of this is that when will you do this writing work? You should also do that, no? Chalo, do it. It will take 5 minutes extra, but it is worth the time. This is only how you will get a writing habit, and things will store in your head subconsciously. Come on, everyone, start. Okay, so with this, we complete this questionnaire. I hope we are clear without any doubts. Yes, so in case you get any question related to 5S, this is how you have to approach. 2-3 lines of 5S. On your own, you can write. Just remember: sort, set in order, shine, standardize, sustain. Come on, everybody, with me. Sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. Bingo. Are we clear, everybody? Every term done. Let's move on to the next. Okay, so now we are going to start with the next questioner. Devar Bikes DB, as you can see here. So Devar Bikes, we can connect it to the Bajaj Auto. Hamara Bajaj. You remember that? Okay. So Devar Bikes or Bajaj Auto, once a very strong holding in the market. Bajaj two-wheelers had such a strong holding in Indian market such that if you order a Bajaj bike, it will take approximately 6 months minimum. So there is a 6 months minimum waiting period for these bikes. Insane, isn't it? So minimum 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, people have waited for 2 years just to get a Bajaj bike, and you had no other option. Plus obviously they had a very good foothold in the Indian market, so overall they were doing really good. But then obviously with the competition from the foreign bikes, with the competition from much better mileage bikes and all of that, things deteriorated until they were started with something called as Pulsar. So Rajiv Bajaj, I think, was the one who started with Bajaj Pulsar, and that turned their fortune. So there was a time when Bajaj two-wheeler was at the top. Then there was a big decline when foreign bikes entered the Indian market. But then it again shooted up when they started with Bajaj Pulsar bikes. Any which case, so now we are going to read this case study. It's a very interesting case study wherein they are trying to tell us that how the bike manufacturing company, which has a very strong market position and market share, in suffered due to increasing competition from the bikes. So what happened? What were the issues? One, it was non-lucrative. Non-lucrative means pricing is higher, but the value that the bike is giving was not received by the customer. So there was no value for money. So it was non-lucrative. Second, it was pollutive. See, in today's scenario, everybody cares a lot about the environment, right? So it was pollutive. Less safety features, very important. See, now even cars have a minimum of this airbags and all of that. In fact, in 1 or 2 years from now, possibly all the bikes will also have airbags. So that is the level of security that a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler should possess, which was not there. And lastly, need to improve its quality. So they were suffering more importantly from the quality as well. So because of these four issues, what happened was they were losing the popularity in the market. Plus, increasing competition from foreign bikes, as I said, was always a threat to them. Now, just let's have some idea about Devar bikes. Devar bikes had their suppliers located worldwide. Yes. So they would do the assessment of new or alternate suppliers on a very regular basis. So assessment of new or alternative suppliers. At times it was also seen that because of over purchasing of raw material, there was overstocking which led to obsolete stock of raw material. So that was also a cause of concern. There was a lot of reworking which happened because of internal or external failure. So either the customer complained, or when the product was made, their in-house team tested it and they realized that the product is not up to the mark. So then they had to do a lot of rework. So these were the things which were a part of Devar Bikes manufacturing facility. So one, they had a lot of suppliers throughout the globe. they tried to have more and more suppliers. Alternatively, they found out new suppliers also as a part of their strategy. Because of over purchasing of raw material at time, they had few obsolete stock, and there was a lots of rework in the products that they were making, which basically meant there were a lot of internal and external failures. Continuing process of making a bike. So what did they do? Stamping, welding, painting, assembly, etc. All of these typical steps were done, which took them around 11 to 12 hours, as against the competitor who did the same thing in just 8 to 9 hours. Yes, you heard that right. So obviously it's a higher time means lack of efficiency, correct? Also, there was unstable product demand. It used to sell bikes in retail stores in 10 cities and had good close relationship with the retailers. So they had the retailers at various cities, and that's how the sale went through. Now, what is required? What are the quality costs? Two measures to reduce non-conformance cost. What is a conformance cost? Preventive and appraisal. What is a non-conformance cost? They have given the question. I'll come to that. Don't worry. What is a non-conformance cost? Internal and external failure. And then they thought of why not implement JIT in their purchase and production planning. So these are the few questions which the Devar Bikes team is asking us, the management accountants. Again, I'm telling you. So let's imagine that this is a case of Hamara Bajaj Bikes, and Bajaj Bikes has a strong market share. But of late, because of foreign competition, they are losing out on the market share. Just a moment. They are losing out on the market position and market share. Issues faced by Issues faced by Devar Bikes were: one, non-lucrative; second, it was pollutive. Loose connection maybe with the device. Issues faced were non-lucrative, pollutive, security issues, less safety features, quality needed to be improved, no problems. As far as suppliers were concerned, they had worldwide suppliers. They were always looking for alternate suppliers, assessing new suppliers. Because of over purchasing, there were a few obsolete stock of raw materials. There was also lots of rework on account of internal and external failure. Now, usually a bike would take around 11 to 12 hours for Devar Bikes, which included stamping, welding, painting, assembly, etc. However, the competitor did the same thing in 8 to 9 hours. There was an unstable product demand, and they used to usually sell, Devar Bikes used to sell through retail outlets, and they had a good relationship with their retailers. So this is how the question takes up. Now let's read it from the eyes of ICAI. Devar Bikes is large national bike manufacturing company in the year 23. The company has a strong position in the market and also traditionally achieved a good market share, however facing tough competition. The board of DB recognizes that it needs to make fundamental changes to its production approach in order to combat increased competition from foreign manufacturers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where the issues is arising. DB is now being seen as a non-lucrative, pollutive, less safety feature in comparison to foreign bikes. The board plans to address this issue by improving the quality of its bike as well as financial performance. The components are sourced directly by DB. So sourced directly, the components means, can I say the raw material? Basically, component here stands for raw material. Suppliers are located worldwide. Suppliers are evaluated on an ongoing basis, including an assessment of whether to utilize new or alternative suppliers to improve capacity and performance. The company is having lots of components piled up in stock, and few of them are becoming obsolete. So they are not using just in time. Hmm. Okay, there is lots of reworking, internal and external. So your product quality is not good here. So the wastage of resources in reworking needs to be controlled. The board is convinced that lean manufacturing is the best approach to be adopted. Yeah, man. They are not using, probably they are not using TQM, they're not using JIT. We need to implement these things here in Devar Bike structure. Management accounting, man. Yes? Okay. In DB, production process is grouped by function and production teams comprised a number of permanent members who had acquired their position through seniority and a few newly selected specialist staff who had yet to discuss their position in any team. The process of making a bike can be roughly divided into stamping, welding, painting, assembly, which takes around 11 to 12 hours. Standard time 8 to 9 hours by the competitors. The nature of end product demand was unstable due to economic factors. So better go ahead with JIT, wherein you don't have to overproduce or overprocess. Demand will come and then you'll make. Simple. However, DB forecasts demand based on its internal policies and historical trends. That's not a good way. Gone are those days when you used to do it based on your prehistoric trends and all. Today there is dynamism. DB sells its bikes in retail stores located in over 10 metro cities. It focuses on building close relationship with retailers, working with them to sell its bike in a compelling manner. Very nice. Enclosed. So analyze quality costs, measures to reduce the non-conformance cost, implementation of JIT purchase and production. An annexer is given regards the total quality costs, which speaks of prevention cost, appraisal cost, internal failure and external failure. This in all comprises of total quality costs. Are we clear, everybody? So prevention cost 2,50,000. Appraisal cost 57,600. This is a part of question only, don't worry. Internal failure 15,40,000. Oh gosh. Manufacturing rework 14,59,200. Are you kidding me not? Customer complaints 1,40,000. Warranty repair 81 lakh. Look at the, oh gosh, look at the internal failure and external failure. It comprises of 95% of the total quality cost. So the first thing that we have to tell them is, before I launch on to the answer, this has blown my mind. How can you focus so less on prevention and appraisal? And as a result of that, what has happened is your internal failure and external failure cost has increased tremendously. Not agreeable, yeah. Please, if you want to understand this concept of cost of quality, I try to give it in the description box. Watch that out. Or there's a YouTube video. Please watch that out, yeah, so that you come to know. This is insane. This company has no idea whatsoever of what lean system is, what TQM, cost of quality is, yeah. Not done at all. They are focusing so much. They are not focusing at all. Rather, they are not focusing at all on prevention and appraisal cost. As a result of which, their internal failure and external failure costs have shooted above the roof. Preposterous. Not acceptable. Okay, now I will enter in and I will check this out and see how I change the whole scenario. So first is analysis of quality cost, which I have done. My analysis says that your prevention cost, where's my calci? Your prevention cost of 2,50,000 vis-a-vis your total quality cost of 1,15,58,800 is only 2.16%. Equipment is even lesser. It is almost 1/5 of your prevention cost. What are we doing? Just look at this. Prevention cost is 2.16%. How did I get this? 2,50,000 divided by 1 crore 15,58,800 total quality cost. And look at appraisal, so low. Gosh. Internal and external failure is 97.34%. Not acceptable. So this is our prima facie analysis of total quality cost, wherein we will tell them that boss, please focus on prevention and appraisal so that your internal and external failure goes down drastically. So now they will ask us, so then what should we use? We will tell them two methods, TPM and TQM. What is TPM? Total preventive maintenance. See, now what would have happened here is there are a lot of rework. Why does a rework happen? Because your machinery is not good. The machinery is not performing the job as it should. And why is that happening? That is what we need to find out through our concept of TPM. Are you understanding, guys? So we will use the concept of TPM, total productive maintenance, wherein we will ensure that the machines which are there are kept in the best manner possible, so that there is zero defects, so that there is any zero breakdown, so that there is zero idleness, and our machines are kept in the perfect manner possible. As a result of which, what will happen? Our overall machine will be best, and the product which is coming out of that machine will also be of top class quality. Now what is happening in the current scenario is the machines are not kept properly, so there is a breakdown. Because of breakdown, there is a delay. Because of delay, the goods are not being produced of the best quality, and 97% of the times we have to rework, or there is a customer complaint on account of a warranty. Not acceptable. Are we understanding, guys? So just to also give you an idea, so I'll share my TPM notes with you, so to say. So as per TPM, just a moment, just going through your optimized. So what does TPM say? What does TPM say? Here it is. TPM says that total productive maintenance is a holistic approach to equipment maintenance that strives to achieve perfect production. Which means no breakdown, no small stop or slow running, no defect, no accident. Chagas, no defect, no accident, no breakdown. Awesome. So this is what we should do for our TPM. Let's see. So integrity of production and quality system by keeping all equipment in top condition. Samjhigadu. To avoid breakdown and delays. In manufacturing process. Identify machine in every division and executing a maintenance program. Very important to ensure that proper maintenance program is there. All equipments are kept in top condition. Breakdown delays are avoided. Continuing TPM, next page. It will also help in reducing internal failure cost, because downtime, manufacturing rework will reduce, which constitutes of 26% of total quality cost. By keeping all equipment in good working condition, so no downtime, no machine breakdown. Impact: if machine works properly, rework will reduce, warranty and customer complaints will go down, which is 72% of total quality costs. So this one TPM concept will become so important and helpful to you in order to ensure that our product is coming out of the best quality. No delays, no breakdowns, perfect production, integrity of machines is kept, all equipments are in top condition, breakdowns and delays are avoided, maintenance program is kept to the best possible manner. Also, internal failure cost reduced, all the equipments are in good working condition, taken care of. Impact will be my internal failure cost will reduce, customer complaints will reduce. Overall, my customer will be very, very happy and smiling like I am with you. Okay. And then you also have a TQM. They've asked for two measures. Second is your TQM, total quality management. Total quality management focuses on hardcore quality of output of goods and services which we are providing. And total represents all the employees in the organization, including your supplier. Everybody, the whole value chain has to be taken care of and told that okay, you have to produce the best quality, because see, raw materials have to be good, because otherwise if raw materials is not good, there is a concept garbage in, garbage out. If you are taking a raw material which is not good, how can your output be good? Not possible. So TQM has to be implemented even to your supplier. This is what Toyota did with Nippon. Nippon was one of the suppliers for Toyota, and Toyota implemented TQM at its own workplace and factory at the same time at Nippo as well, who was its supplier. So the connection with supplier is of extreme importance in our scenario. Gotcha? Okay. So improving quality of organizational output by continual improvement of internal practices. Okay. Eradicate waste, increase efficiency, focus on quality, give the customer more than what he desires is the role of TQM. Set high quality standards and things should be done right the first time. This is the Japanese mantra. Do the make the product the best the first time. Gotcha. Okay. Huge disparity between conformance and non-conformance cost. We saw that one is 97%, the other is 3%. Huge disparity can be reduced by TQM. All employees will be engaged then in continuous improvement. Third party inspection we will do at our suppliers premises. Done. So that there is a proper balancing between conformance and non-conformance cost. Are we clear, everybody? So this is what is to be followed. TPM and TQM at its best. Please, everybody, copy it down, write it down. Okay, you can take 2 minutes, just write it down, and then we will come to the third part, which speaks of JIT purchasing and production. Giving you all 2 minutes, your time starts now. I hope we are clear. Okay, so possibly you can just pause and write down. Yes, we will move on to the next part. Woo! Yes, everyone. Yes, everyone. Okay. दिल्ला दू घर चंडीगढ़ में, दिल्ला दू घर चंडीगढ़ में, दिल्ला दू घर चंडीगढ़ में, दिल्ला दू घर चंडीगढ़ में. Okay, so I hope all of us are enjoying this question. What a superb question. Right? Remember, so how are the two ways to remove them? TPM, TQM. Gotcha? Okay. Now comes implementation of JIT, production and purchasing, which we feel is very much required in this question. Why? Because they are having a lot of obsolete stock, which should not be the case. There is a huge level of inventory which is there. Internal external failure cost is on a high. Why? Because your raw material possibly is not being managed in a proper manner. So all of that will be removed once we have the concept of just in time with DB. They were bikes. Focus on pull system. So many times now we have done this. I'm sure it is set in your head. Based on customer demand and accordingly, supplier coordination with supplier for right quantity at the right time. Right quantity at the right time. Reduced holding cost and manufacturing time. So obviously the holding cost will reduce, manufacturing time will reduce, storage cost will reduce. So all of that are the positives of your JIT. The only thing that we need to ensure is the supplier integration. Now this is a big issue in Devar bikes. Listen to me carefully. In case of Devar bikes, what is happening is that they have overall suppliers throughout the world and they are sourcing it from even outside India. Also, they are looking for alternate suppliers. Now, what this does is because of all so many suppliers and all of that, JIT may not be applicable to them so easily. So they will have to cut down the number of suppliers. That is what JIT proposes. Second, their supplier has to be within the vicinity of their factory so that they can order as and when they want. Third, their supplier also has to implement TQM, mind you. All of these, if taken care of, then JIT can be implemented. So Devar Bikes has to take care of all of these things. Read here. Assessing alternate suppliers is against the concept of JIT. Which is based on the concept of single sourcing or reduced number of suppliers. What? JIT is based on the concept of single sourcing. One supplier, contact him, he will give you everything, no tension. Multiple suppliers will create issues in JIT, let me tell you. Because for JIT, the most important thing is supplier integration and management. Long-term cooperative relationship with supplier, extremely important. Then firm importing its requirement from abroad. Oh, gosh, as per JIT, supplier should be in close proximity. Rule: high quality material in timely manner directly at the shop floor. Now, if you are getting your raw material from somebody who is outside India, he may not be able to supply it quickly in the quantity we want at the shop floor as we want. Not possible. So JIT says find a supplier which is in your close proximity so that you can order when you want. Reduce material receipt time. Also, connect ERP between supplier and DB. Very important. ERP, enterprise resource planning, or your information technology should be connected very smoothly, seamlessly. JIT requires multi-skilled teams. Staff training will require, employee suggestions are required. Then we can check that how many ideas were given by the employees, how many ideas were implemented. Based on that, the employee appraisal can also be done. So all of these are very, very integral and strong part of your JIT system. Gotcha? Okay. DB forecasts demand based on its internal policies and past trends. This is again not acceptable, yaar. I told you when I was reading the question. Historical data in today's scenario, waste. Not recommended in today's dynamic environment. Demand should be based on market trend and sentiments. Use Kanban system to prevent a stock out. So we've just seen the concept of Kanban system, how it can provide a stock out. You know, you can fill in the raw material requirement based on how your consumption is happening. End conclusion: improve quality, financial position by successful implementation of quality control. Are you understanding? Now my suggestion, again, take 2 minutes. You can just write these important things down. I will try to give you notes of all of this, not to worry, but you can write it down because that will help you practice as well. For now, I am done with this solution as well. What we will do is we will go through with Icai solution also, so that you get the confidence that what we've read and understood and discussed is in sync with what Icai is saying. Gotcha? Okay. Please. Yeah. You can pause and write down. Please. Pause and write down. You don't have enough time for you to just keep on writing and I'll wait out. No, it's not possible. दिलादू घर चंडीगढ़ में, दिलादू घर चंडीगढ़ में, दिलादू घर चंडीगढ़ में, दिलादू घर चंडीगढ़ में. See, try to use all of these things practically also when you become chartered accountant. See, that's the whole intention of studying anything, right? Try to use this in your studies also. Yes, high quality of studying, not material, quality of studying should be top level, ek number, right? Chalo, okay, now time for us to just go through Icai solution. Obviously, my solution is based on that only, but it's better to go through that as well. So here we analyze that 2.16% is only prevention and appraisal, whereas 97% is of internal and external failure. So we have to take care of that. For that, we will introduce TPM, which is a system of maintaining and improving the quality of production by having the best machines, ensuring avoiding delays, breakdowns in manufacturing process. Correct? TPM will help in reducing internal failure cost by 26%. I think this also we had done. Machine breakdown, all of that will reduce. Automatically product will be of best quality. Customer will be satisfied and happy. TQM aims at improving the quality of organizational output, including goods and services. How? Through continual improvement of internal practices. The whole objective is to eradicate waste and increase efficiency without compromising the quality. So all of this we've discussed, and this is what written here. There is a huge disparity between the conformance and non-conformance cost. Correct? We have to ensure that high quality bike should be made by us. So in order to establish a reputation of a high quality bike manufacturer, DB must ensure staff is having attitude towards importance of conformance activities. Correct? As I told you, cost of quality, if you want to understand, go through the description box. There is a video. Go through that. You will realize everything. Yes? Okay. Chalo. Components at suppliers workplace should also be inspected. As I said, Toyota and Nippon. You can write there if you want to write for a remembrance. This is what Toyota did with Nippon. Overall, by applying these two measures, DPM in the DB, consideration must be given to optimum balance between cost of conformance and cost of non-conformance. Okay. And then just in time purchasing production, I think we already understood it. Pull system based on customer demand. Coordinate with its supplier to supply the right quantity of components at the right time. DB will also reduce the manufacturing time by around 3 hours by streamlining flow of information in the supply chain. Devar is also assessing alternate suppliers on continuous basis. Not allowed. Here it means it should focus on JIT is based on reduced number of supplier and single sourcing. Single sourcing means only one source of raw material. That's it. Okay. So the quality of internal services and organization's ability to provide quality of products or services to its customer depend on this relationship. This relationship is obviously missing in DB because we have so many suppliers, plus we are alternatively searching for suppliers. Not acceptable. It appears that the firm is also importing its requirements from abroad. In JIT environment, it is important that suppliers are to the extent practical located in close proximity to the manufacturing plant. Carefully selected suppliers are capable of delivering high quality materials in timely manner directly at the shop floor, reducing the material receipt time. Therefore, selection of right supplier located to close proximity is vital for a proper implementation of JIT. Then they are speaking of ERP. See, all of these points so beautifully written down here. Step by step, everything that you are reading that in detail is summarized here in the best manner possible. Now we are at the integration of your information technology with the supplier, right? So here it is. DB has to be able to view each one of its part. The supplier's network must be able to call up and communicate directly with DB's network, obtaining manufacturing schedules and product specification in real time. So as soon as you need a raw material, enter, supplier gets a notification, okay sir, dispatch starting. That's how it should work. Then the functional division is less appropriate in JIT environment. JIT requires multi-skilled teams. You cannot have one employee doing just one thing continuously. No, we need multi-skilled people. So we will do staff training for that. Staff will need training to work in the new systems. Correct? JIT system works best when employees pitch in with suggestions for improvements. How many suggestions were given by them? How many were implemented? Performance can be measured by computing the number of ideas per worker, number of ideas suggested in total, number of ideas implemented.